The 2021 America's Cup is about to start in my home country of New Zealand, and you may be asking yourself, why on earth is the America's Cup being raced in New Zealand, or what the America's Cup even is? If you've never watched competitive professional sailing, then this video will give you a quick overview of the sport and have you talking about tacking and jibing in no time. Hi everyone, my name is David Delacruz and welcome back to Medium Talk. Medium Talk's all about giving you short, snappy overviews of specific topics so that you can have deeper conversations with your friends, with your colleagues, and with your customers. Now, the aim of the video isn't so that you can pretend that you're an expert on a topic, but rather just to give you those bullet points so that you can actually have a proper conversation. That being said, let's dig into today's topic, the America's Cup. The America's Cup is an international yachting competition that takes place every 3 to 5 years. The race has been contested since 1851, which makes the America's Cup the world's oldest international sports trophy. In that first race in 1851, the yacht America from the New York Yacht Club beat Britain's Royal Yacht Squadron in a race around the Isle of Wight. This gave the cup its name, and for the next 132 years, the New York Yacht Club remained unbeaten, until in 1983, Australia 2 finally defeated the Americans. In the last America's Cup in 2017, Emirates Team New Zealand took on Oracle Team USA in Bermuda. Team New Zealand won 7 races to 1 and thus won the America's Cup. As defending champ, New Zealand gets to host the next race and set the rules, which is why the Cup is in New Zealand this year. There is a qualifying series of races to determine the challenger. Previously it was known as the Louis Vuitton Cup, this year as the Prada Cup, and it took place in January and February of 2021. There were 3 teams competing in the Prada Cup this year: Ineos Team UK, American Magic, and Luna Rossa Challenge from Italy. American Magic was the first to be eliminated, and then Ineos Team UK and Luna Rossa competed in the final, with the Italians ultimately being victorious 7 races to 1, and going on to challenge for the America's Cup in March. When you picture a sailing boat, you're probably thinking of something like this. The America's Cup boats look completely different and a little bit alien. The boat design is called an AC-75, which is a 75-foot foiling monohull boat. Now, what does that mean? Well, the monohull aspect is pretty simple. The boats have a single hull rather than the catamaran designs with 2 hulls that were used in 2013 and 2017. The foiling aspect of the design means that the boats have 1 or more hydrofoil wings. Much like an aeroplane wing does in the air, these hydrofoils generate lift and the entire hull lifts clear of the water at high speeds. This allows the boat to sail up to twice as fast as the wind, reaching speeds of up to 50 knots or over 100 kilometers per hour. The boat is crewed by up to 11 people, and each crew is set up slightly differently. I'll talk about some of the different positions that there are. There might be 1 or 2 helmsmen or skippers. Essentially, these guys steer the boat. Then 1 to 3 trimmers. These guys adjust the position of the sail. Each boat has a tactician who looks at the position of the other boat and the course and plots out the route that they're going to take. There are 1 to 2 flight controllers, which control the position of the foils and also steer the boat when it's up in the air. Then, last but not least, up to 8 grinders. They turn the winches and hydraulic pumps in order to power the systems on the boat. The America's Cup itself is contested over a series of 13 races, so the first team to win 7 races wins the cup. Most days there are 2 races, so depending on the weather, the series itself takes around 2 weeks to complete. The course is rectangular and about 3.5 kilometers long by 1.5 kilometers wide. Teams have to stay within these boundaries, but are free to plot their own courses. The start-finish line is roughly in the middle, and boats sail back and forth along the course, passing through gates at each end until they have completed 6 legs of the course. The turn after the gate is one of the most complex maneuvers to pull off, and executing well here can win or lose you the race. The boats cross the start line already in motion, and the first to cross the finish line wins the race. As I mentioned before, the eventual winner of the series of races becomes the defender of the America's Cup, and they are then free to set the venue and rules of the next America's Cup to suit their strengths. If you do want to watch along in March, in most countries the America's Cup is actually available for free to stream on YouTube. If not, I'll post a link in the description to the broadcasters in the different countries. Now, sailing uses a lot of jargony kind of terms and slang, so I'm going to try and define some of the terms that you hear commonly that I haven't already explained in the rest of the video. Now first, attack. Attack is a turn maneuver where the bow or front of the boat sailing into the wind is turned so that the wind direction is now coming from the other side. Now jibe is the opposite of attack, where the boat is sailing with the wind and the stern is turned across the wind again to change the wind direction. Tacking and jibing are 2 of the areas in the race where the teams can show off their technical skill. If you do want to learn more about sailing, there's a couple of channels that I would recommend. First, there's a great channel called Planet Sail. These guys explain really well some of the more technical aspects of sailing at this level, and also have some great interviews with some of the crew and some of the ex-professional sailors that explain the whole process of how you sail the boat and what some of the tactical aspects are that can help win or lose a race. And the other channel that I'd recommend is the official America's Cup channel. They post daily highlights of the races, they post analysis, interviews with the teams and that sort of thing. It's a little bit more PR focused than maybe Planet Sail, but it's really great footage, and it's where I got a lot of the footage of the racing for this video. So if you want to learn more, definitely check those 2 channels out. Well, that's it for my medium talk overview of competitive sailing, specifically the America's Cup. I hope you enjoyed it and you do watch along in March. It's going to be some amazing racing with some of the most advanced boats that we've ever seen. Let me know what kind of other topics you want me to cover in the future, and until next time, see you then.